Recorded Books presents Class Dismissed by Robert Asprin and Jody Lynn Nye, narrated by Noah Michael Levine.
Chapter 1. It's nice to be wanted. J. James. A high female voice ventured timidly. "Are you Oz?" I looked up from a half-empty mug and nearly spat out my mouthful of beer. Gazing down at me in the close confines of the Haggard Sheep Inn in the bizarre Deva were three pervish females wearing trim two-piece business suits and clutching briefcases tightly to their chests. My first impulse was to sidle away rapidly, keeping my back against the nearest wall. Next to dragons and trolls, perfect women are some of the most dangerous creatures in all the dimensions. I ought to know. I was a perfect male. Our green, scaly skin covered impressively dense and strong muscles, and inside the skull between our bat-wing-shaped ears lay devious brains capable of following complex lines of analysis, always geared to our own advantage. The female stared at me, yellow eyes watchful. I had long ago scoped out the exits in every public building within 5 miles radius of our headquarters. The back door was 15 steps behind me, behind a curtain. Could I make it before they drew their weapons or cast spells? Guido, a clod and former associate with whom I was having a friendly drink, froze. Then his hand inched towards the front of his suit coat, where he concealed a miniature crossbow. His pinkish-tan skin paled to a buff color. He obviously shared my discomfort, but he wasn't going to let a business partner face a formidable foe alone. "Who wants to know?" I growled at the three. But the pervish females weren't wearing expressions I associated with assassins or bill collectors. In fact, I realized that their suits were in fashionable pastels, with short skirts, and their satchels were color-coordinated to go with the outfits. At first, I thought they must be lawyers. Then I realized how young they were. They weren't professionals. They were schoolgirls. As if to confirm my analysis, one of them giggled.
"You must be Oz. You look just like your picture."
The others tittered. I eyed them. "Where did you see my picture?" I asked.
"Your mother showed it to us,"
the tallest one replied. "My mother?" "Your mother?" Guido asked curiously, leaning closer. I waved him back. "What do you want?" I demanded.
"Well, Mandius,"
the tall one began in a tentative manner. "Just Oz," I interrupted tersely. I was aware that all the patrons within 5 tables, mostly red-skinned Devils, the natives of this dimension, had stopped drinking and had leaned as close as they could, the better to hear our exchange.
"Oz, then. We need..." This is kind of embarrassing.
"Then sit down and lower your voices," I advised, beginning to lose patience. I glared at the eavesdroppers who suddenly remembered they had better things to do. I gestured at the bench on the other side of the table, with uneasy and distasteful glances as if they had just picked up on their surroundings. The 3 females slid onto it. "Yeah?" I urged them. They dithered.
"You ask him, Janetta,"
said the smallest.
"No, it was Pollone's idea,"
the tallest said.
"It was not,"
the middle one exclaimed. My species is not easily embarrassed, so whatever was eating these 3 had to be pretty bad. From birth, we Perfects are raised to know we're a superior race throughout the dimensions.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.